Net News is sponsored by IBM Solutions for a Small Planet.
Database giant Oracle and TV news king CNN have joined to offer netizens customized news online. Larry Ellison and Ted Turner announced the new co-branded custom news site last week, vowing it'll reduce information overload for netizens. The site uses push technology to tailor news for specific users at no charge. It's promised to be faster than MSNBC's similar service. Oracle's Larry Ellison has another project up his sleeve that he says will blow the doors off Microsoft's Web TV. It's a network computer with television capabilities for the consumer market. Oracle's already trying out some standard network computers in the business market. They're stripped-down, low-cost computers that rely on big main servers to store the software and data. The new NCs with TV will sell for about $500 and should ship in the fall. The buying and selling of domain names on the net is becoming an increasingly lucrative business, and the value of coveted net addresses reached new heights last week with one record-setting sale. The address business.com fetched a record price of $150,000. A Texas-based company bought the name through a reseller, idnames.com. Domain names are all originally sold for an initial $100. There's a new destination online just for kids. It's from TV powerhouse Nickelodeon. Nick.com is now on the net with games, trivia, and jokes aimed at the web's smaller surfers. The site is free, unlike competitor Disney's Daily Blast, which costs $5 a month. Nick still has its old spot on America Online service. Junk emailer Cyber Promotions is stepping into court after taking its spamming a step too far once again. The spammer is now facing a class action lawsuit on behalf of all domain name owners on the net. The suit's being filed by Web Systems, a high-tech training ground for disabled persons. Cyber Promotions supposedly pirated the company's return address to send thousands of junk email messages. Spokesmen for Web Systems say it glutted their server, nearly forcing the business to shut down. For more about these stories and other high-tech news, come to www.news.com. Updated several times a day with everything you need to know about the digital world.
Thanks, Richard. It is now time for a bit of viewer mail. Now, we know things can get pretty confusing in this rapidly changing digital world, but help is on the way. As a matter of fact, she's right next to me. Here with us now is Sofie Formica with the Fact File.
Thanks, Gina. Well, security on the net is an ever-growing concern for both companies and individuals, and that's what this week's question is all about. JLS Bandy writes, "What is a firewall? I signed up for a service and was asked if I had a firewall. I couldn't answer the question." While firewalls are all about protecting information, most usually within a large company concerned about its confidential data, companies with an internal network will often also link it to the outside world. A firewall is set up between the two to prevent outsiders from getting in or employees from sending data out. Firewalls also help in preventing viruses by limiting software, video files and other information from coming into the network. And sometimes they're also used to govern bandwidth, preventing large files from being moved in or out, slowing down the network. Now, in cruising around the net, you may be asked from time to time whether you are behind a firewall. And that's because all of this gatekeeping will seriously affect the size and type of data you can download. But for most people accessing the net from home, firewalls aren't something you're likely to have to deal with. Now, if you're confused about any of the terms or technologies we feature here on CNET Central, we want to help. So send your question to the Fact File at cnet.com or through regular snail mail to the Fact File at 150 Chestnut Street, San Francisco, California, 94111. And if you want to know more about firewalls or the internet security, you can head on over to cnet.com and you'll find those Fact File addresses and each week's question and answer.
Stay with us because just ahead, we get our hands on the latest in foot gear for your computer and put them to the CNET test. And we'll go inside the virtual worlds of the web with the next generation in 3D technology.